Previously on Unranked.
Tom, when you were here, did you take or see my battery pack?
No, I didn't. Plenty of my own too, so I don't need to steal.
I mean, you're a
yours.
klepto, so you know.
Little known fact for everyone. Tom.
Yeah, little known fact about Tom.
Whenever
He steals
goes.
everything.
Tuna misplaced his fucking smash button 8 years ago. At this point, almost 8 years, and he still is like, Tom took that fucking smash button. I don't even know where my fucking smash pin is.
I have mine
It's probably
still.
with mine. Probably with mine.
Yeah,
have mine.
because you lost both of them. That's why.
Hello and welcome to the 465th episode of the Unranked podcast. Christian Humes here with Alex, Tuna, Marinello.
Hello. I debated while you were doing that long intro if I was going to do hello as long as you just did it, or just do the regular hello. What's interesting about previously ons is sometimes, like most of the time, previously ons kind of lead into, continue the story of the next episode, right? But we're not going to touch on any of that at all.
Because Tom's not here.
On. I know he can't say, but he is a klepto. And
It's true. I've seen it.
Definitely, he takes stuff.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure. The guy
Souls,
definitely takes. Huh?
souls. He takes souls.
Yeah.
Takes time.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, if you ever watch him, right? His
He's
hand
shifty.
just
Shifty
he
T.
is. Yeah, it's
Shifty
very
Tom.
shifty. His hand will just like all of a sudden something will be on the. I'll put something down, look again, gone.
I'm glad this came up. I'm glad we're finally outing Tom here for his shifty nature while he's here to defend himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely.
What do you think the craziest thing you've ever seen him take was?
Well,
Because I'm thinking about the time we went to Blue Bottle at E3 and he stole the tip jar from the Blue Bottle coffee. And because remember, I was like convincing him, like, Alex, you got to try oat milk. You were like, oat milk? I don't know. And then you were like, oh, this is pretty good. Meanwhile, Tom's over there stuffing his pants.
Yeah, at E3, I'm pretty sure I saw him take, like a kid's, like there was a kid, like a developer had a kid there. Pretty sure I saw him take like a T-shirt of that kid.
I think he sold that child on Wayfair later the day.
Yeah.
Listed as a cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're continuing the tradition of if you drop out last minute and don't show up on the show, we're just gonna lie about you or tell the truth.
No, so you shouldn't have. Yeah.
Well, look, it's like two truths and a lie, right? Two of the things we just said are true. One of them is not. He didn't steal that kid's shirt, but he did sell the child and steal the tip jar. All right. Well, now that took up some time, I had enough time to open up the podcast soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to talk about the 465th Pokemon. All right. So we've had a bit of a theme here, right? We're going back to old Pokemon that either had one evolution or two, and we're giving them a second or third evolution, right? We've just done this several in a row. Most of them have been duds.
This one's okay. This is Tangrowth. It evolves from Tangela when leveled up while knowing ancient power. It looks just like Tangela, but like Tangela, but like an adult version.
I mean, so like the original Tangela, right? Looks kind of like a fry guy from McDonald's.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a koosh ball or just like a wad of pasta.
Yeah, it looks like a koosh ball is good. I like that.
Two eyes, feet, bunch of noodle body. The evolution, I think it's pretty well fitting because they do one really important thing for making this Pokemon function. It has arms.
Wow.
It now has arms. It's also taller. It's less round, and you can see that there is a body within. You see that? Like, the Tangela, the Tangrowth I almost feel like this needs a third one now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like this like Tangela was like a baby, and this is like the teenager.
We need a final
version.
evolution to know where they're going. Like that, you
Yeah.
actually could conceptually do something kind of monstrous and cool with the third one.
Mm,
But it's not.
yeah.
It's better than Rhyperior.
Sure.
It's definitely better than Rhyperior. What is that?
Yeah.
Let me see what the shiny is. Is it? Okay. I mean, green. Sure. Instead of blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it is grass type.
Tangrowth may be a combination of Tangle and Growth, otherwise known as Growth.
Okay.
It's a bigger. I mean, it is what it is. It's a bigger version of.
Yeah. And with arms, it's got limbs now.
Yeah.
And it also has like it feels like it actually like the tangles feel more now like a hair-like growth than it was made up of like noodly appendages in the original. Because you can tell there's a body, right? There's like this dark, like black body that's behind the Tangrowth where its face is, and then like you can see where its legs connect to. There is like some kind of an abdomen.
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing like a costume.
Yes, it does. It does look like it's wearing like a costume. So I mean, it's fine. This is a middle of the road Pokemon. Yeah. Legend Arceus says that draped with long vines, it resembles a shrub in appearance. It swings bundles of vines as though they were arms, wrapping them around prey to ensnare them. And it does, because with all of these Pokemon that didn't have evolutions previously, the thing they did was like, all right, if you're going to get an evolution, there has to be like some way you're getting there now, like that you couldn't do in Gen 1. And that's why they didn't have evolution. So this one needs to evolve with ancient power. And if it has ancient power, whereas that wasn't a thing that could have happened in the first, like that's really the only,
Yeah. I mean, this Pokemon is very bottom half.
You think it's a bottom or a top? I think with all those noodles, this is a top half Pokemon.
You think top? Okay, well,
I'm just saying this Pokemon functionally could do a lot of damage as a top versus a bottom. Like this is every like, anime porn freak's wet dream. You want your weird tentacle porn? Here it is.
So what number?
Alex is like moving on.
Yeah. What number did you want to do? Did you want to premiere this at?
Personally,
yeah,
I'm thinking we're around the 40s.
The 40s?
Look, the bottom half of this list has a lot of duds, right?
That means it's close to Hold on, Toxic. You mean it's close to Toxicroak?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, actually, you know what? Maybe Bronzong isn't all that in a bag of chips. I mean, I'd put this in the 44, 43 area.
What the fuck happened to the numbers on this list?
What are you talking about?
The numbers just updated for me, and they are okay. It just fixed itself. It suddenly had like Liquidy at
the
like
numbers
170.
were not good. I mean, the numbers were just good for me, and now they are not good anymore.
Okay, now click off of it and go back to it because it just did that to me too, and then it fixed itself again.
Nope.
Okay.
I got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 25.
Well, look, Shinx is at 28. I don't think we're above.
No, I liked where I thought I saw, which was like 40, 45, 44 area.
Yeah, around Cherubi and Bronzong. Sure. I think it's better than Bronzong, but I don't think it's better than Krogunk.
No, but I would say it's in that same
yeah.
Like,
it's in that general area.
Yeah.
It's a mid Pokemon. It's a mid Pokemon. I think Krogunk's kind of cool. Tangrowth has like some ideas there. It gets some points, but it is still pretty basic. It's better than Bronzong. I think we go right there. Below Krogunk, above Bronzong, it would be the new 44.
Yeah, that's fine. I like it.
There we go. Which still puts it in the bottom 50% because we are now at 79. So the line of demarcation is directly at like Lot Bunny and Skunk Tank right now between the top and the bottom half. So it is.
Sure.
This is a Pokemon that is one of the best of the worst Pokemon in this generation.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. This is fine. This is fine.
It's a mid-ass Pokemon.
Yeah.
So we aren't going to be doing for our post show a normal thing. We're going to play a game. Alex doesn't know what that game is, but I'm going to tell him about it later.
Now?
Well, because I'm just bringing it up because what Miyazaki were we supposed to be?
The Wind Rises. We have 2 left. We're almost done.
Yeah, I know. I was going to watch it today.
So I was going to watch it as well, but then Tom said, I like to digest these movies for more than a day. So I was actually almost going to punt it anyway.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a chance to see it. And I like to watch it.
Sure.
I like to watch it and then have a day or so before we talk about it. Because, I'm taking notes. Got a whole thing here. What I will say is that I saw and watched Whisper of the Heart. It's Studio Ghibli film, written by Miyazaki, but not directed by him.
Oh, I didn't know he wrote it.
He wrote it, and
so that makes me more interested in this.
It's very good. It's very good, and I started.
I think we should just do that next.
Okay. The next thing I wanted to watch was Grave of the Fireflies, and the other one I wanted to watch was My Neighbor, the Yamadas, Pompoko. Then there was another one.
Right, they have 2 My Neighbors.
Oh, is it?
My Neighbor Totoro?
Yeah, I know. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, My Neighbors, the Yamadas. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
They couldn't come up with another title?
I guess not.
All right.
I know. Hey, look, I'm not,
Unless it's... What was the last name of the people in Totoro? What if that's a movie that takes place from Totoro's perspective?
I don't know. Did they ever give a last name in the...
I don't know anything about this movie, but I do like that conceptually.
Yeah. Okay, so Nausicaa Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies. Only Yesterday I heard is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Not like amazing, but I heard it's pretty good.
Well, you only heard about it yesterday, so.
Right. Ocean Waves I heard is not good.
Okay.
Pompoko.
What about Ocean Waves 11?
Not bad. Or Ocean Wave Race 64.
Oh, Ocean Wave Race 64.
I heard The Cat Returns, also not very good.
Another Totoro sequel. Got it.
Tales from Earthsea, which is Goro, also not good. Arrietty could be good. From Up on Poppy Hill, Goro. Didn't hear that was very
I've only
good.
watched the Miyazakis. I haven't watched any of these.
I know. So these are the 2 that I heard were good. The Tale of the Princess Kaguya.
Cagliostro.
Oh, close. And then When Marnie Was There. Also heard that was good. What is this? The Red Turtle. I mean, this isn't on anybody's list. Earwig and the Witch I heard was the worst thing ever made. And then The Boy and the Heron. Anyway, so Whisper of the Heart was really, really good. I really liked it a lot. And I think it was directed by someone that they thought it was going to be someone who took over the studio, but he ended up dying.
Ooh.
Of an aneurysm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I think this was the last thing he made.
That's crazy.
Oh, he worked on Lupin. He worked on Lupin
the Third.
Yeah.
Like the show or Cagliostro?
Lupin the Third. The show.
Okay, the show.
Yeah.
Got it.
I would say his name, but I'm gonna Yoshifumi Kondo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So I watched Whisper of the Heart. What else happened? Severance. I don't really want to talk too much about Severance. It's an amazing show. You should just check it out. I can't it's really hard to talk about that people
should avoid things about Severance online.
Well, that's what I was going to say is I can't talk about Severance without spoiling Severance. So the whole show, everything is a spoiler.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a spoiler. That's how I feel. So we're not going to go there.
But I also think that I think the
Talk to
state
me.
of discussing TV shows that are like mystery boxes, kind of like Lost was, are kind of I think that time is dead because now there are just so many pipelines of people that they spend so much time poring over so many details that it's like I think people have gotten lost in the sauce and they're forgetting like the narrative points of the story and like why they're more important than like what little hidden Easter eggs might be in the story. And also like all these theories and stuff, like you're probably just spoiling yourself reading or watching them because at the end of the day, this has become an industry now, and I hate that that's become an industry. I hate that like covering Marvel and all these things become because it's just spoilers. All these things are just you're not really seeing theories anymore. You're just seeing spoilers rewrapped as theories because it's an industry, people put a lot of time and effort into finding things out and then spoiling them ahead of time, and then people are taking that information and being like, "Here's my theory," and it's like it's not. And so if you're watching this stuff and you're hearing this, you're probably just having someone else tell you a story ahead of time instead of letting the show actually do it. And the show's going to do it way better than, you know, some jackass on the internet. So that's what I think is what people should do is to just like enjoy the media. And then if you want to engage with more stuff, like when it's done, when you're done watching it, when it's over, after it's finished airing, sure, go pour over Easter eggs and stuff. That's fine. But I think like I think people should avoid theories. I think that time has come and gone and has been for a while.
I think people should avoid the internet. The other thing that we have been doing is we've been watching reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond. Great
Oh,
show.
I just
Funny
learned.
show.
Oh, well, never mind.
What?
No, it's a downer.
That someone died? Yeah.
Yeah. The
They're all
kid?
dead. Oh, the kid who committed suicide? Yeah. That is
What do you mean
sad.
they're all dead? Ray's alive. The wife's alive. The brother's alive. Raymond. He's alive.
Everybody loves Raymond. Listen, it's a good show. Funny show. What else did we do? Oh, I went to my cousin's first birthday for her twins. That was fun. There's a lot of kids now running around this place. And as I've said before, my kid keeps getting sassier and sassier. Yesterday, I said, come on, we got to get dressed. We got to go to school. This kid is delaying, and fucking around every single morning. I'm like, let's go. We got to get dressed for school. I'm like, no, first I have to dance. So she's like dancing around the room. Like, we don't have time for this. We do not
Yeah.
have time for this.
Yeah.
Get your underwear on. Get your fucking pants on. We got to go. And then she's like, I don't want to wear those pants. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't.
Now, what are you actually saying to her? How do you communicate this to her? What has become effective, or are you just
Come on.
flying off the handle?
I eventually I'm like, all right, come on. All right, fine. Dance for a little bit. And then we got to get
Yeah.
dressed. Then if it goes
Yeah.
too long, I'm like, I told you, let's go. Let's go. We're going to be late. She doesn't understand
That
what late
sounded like the
means.
way your mom would talk to you when you were a kid.
Let's go. Let's go. So I'm like, let's go. We got to go. Come on. They're like, well, I want to put my shoe. I don't want to wear these shoes. What the
Yeah.
fuck? So like it really is. We're like coming out like we used to back when she didn't backtalk or like be sassy at all. It would
Yeah.
just be like I got her coat on, I have her backpack. We just walked out the house and it was fine. Now it's like I'm carrying her coat, I got her backpack, her like she's carrying her water. She wants my phone. It's a fucking.
Sounds like a battle.
And then we have to make sure she goes potty before she goes to school every morning. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, I don't want to
Yeah.
go. I don't wanna. It's it's a pain in the ass. Where she wants to wash her hands. I'm like, we don't have time to wash your hands. But she wants, but I'm like, I'm saying.
So wait, you
wash
make her go to
hands.
the bathroom and then she doesn't
No,
get to
no.
wash her hands?
Yeah. Let me back
It's fucking
that
weird, bro.
up. Let me back that up.
Yeah, you
She
probably
always-
should correct this.
She always washes her hands after going to the bathroom, but she will
Uh-huh.
just randomly, like before we leave, let's say if she didn't go or we didn't have time, like I want to wash my hands. I'm like, we don't have time to just randomly
That's
wash your
interesting.
hands.
Where do you think that came from?
She's like my mom. She's like my mom. She leaves a little bit of food in her plate every time. She loves to dance. She's got her fucking head in the clouds. This kid.
Your mom loves to dance.
My mom did love to dance. Mom, big time dancer when she was little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my aunt told me that like my mom would be dancing around the house when she was a
Okay.
little kid, and yeah, very like not like me at all. Like I was just
Yeah.
like Mr. Rule, Mr. Rule follower when I was like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, however, today, today she comes down to the basement with me, and she just went straight for one of the controllers. She put on the Microsoft like headset.
Hell
and
yeah.
then I was like, you know what? I can give her Mario Kart with like the assisted stuff.
Yes, you can.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
She was playing. She was having a great time.
That's great.
She was, and she asked for Mario and Luigi. See, this makes me feel bad for Luigi's, but she asked for Mario and Luigi cups, right? So she wanted a Mario cup and a Luigi cup, right? Like a little sip. It's like a cup with a straw, and because they came in a pack of 2,
yeah.
Right. Anyway, so we get them, and the fuck you going? I'm telling the story here. This guy's getting the fuck up.
I'm listening.
So we get her the Mario and Luigi cups. Right.
Just gotta rep my boy.
And I'll be damned, she does not want anything to do with that Luigi cup. Like, she wanted the pair.
She doesn't know yet. Give her a few years. Once she knows about Luigi Mangione, she's gonna be all about that Luigi hat.
Oh my God.
Gonna be all about that Luigi hat.
She only wanted to drink. She only wants to drink from the Mario cup. She does not want to. I feel bad. It's always like, the secondary brother, the one that's like, the understudy, she already knows that he's not as good.
It's true.
So
it's true.
But yeah, she loved playing Mario Kart, and what else she like? I just like that she's now into Peppa Pig instead of like bullshit other videos. It's just so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should never let the kid know that YouTube existed.
It's really hard. It's really hard not to.
Yeah. I mean, what did people do before YouTube? It seems like,
I think they watched Sesame Street.
Yeah. So there you go. Sesame Street,
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff's probably available.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, Max. I'm sure it's somewhere. It's got to exist. Get them on that. Be like, here's Sesame Street from 1980. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. It's on Max.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
What do you got?
All right. Well, I've got something.
Oh boy.
Grab a can, grab a bag. It's
not
nutritious, Unsnacked.
All right. So I sent you guys a photo.
Yeah.
It's posted in the Discord. I have not tried the latest Spindrift drop. We have a brand new flavor here.
What is it?
Great art. It's called the Cosmopolitan. So it's a Cosmopolitan, but similar to their Mojito, no alcohol.
Right.
So it's, it's basically, it's supposed to be like a mocktail. I have not tried this yet. I really like this art. My color's kind of weird here. It looks a lot better with the actual color.
Well, your color keeps shifting.
Yeah, because I have the lights going in here. Cranberry, orange, lime.
Cranberry, orange, lime. Sounds
10
delicious.
calories a can.
10 calories.
Yeah, 10 calories. I'm trying to see where it says how much juice. Usually it gives you like a juice percentage, but I know it says it somewhere. Maybe it's on the box.
It's got to say it. I feel like it has to say it.
6% juice.
Oh, okay.
The box always tells you like let me get the box. I want to see. All right. All right, Alex.
Okay, Christian.
So we squeezed. There's 3 fruits.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 different fruits squeezed into this 8-pack of sparkling water. How many cranberries do you think were squeezed into this 8-pack of sparkling water? How many oranges and how many limes? Fractional answers can be included as well. It doesn't have to be
into
entirely,
the whole pack or just the can?
Into the whole pack.
How many cans are there?
It's an 8-pack.
It's an 8-pack.
Yeah. So basically, this tells you how much fruit is used in the 8-pack. X number of cranberries, X number orange, X number lime.
Cranberry, orange, and lime.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I'm not the biggest cranberry guy, so I'm hoping I like this.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna
Orange
go
is such
with
a strong flavor. I think it'll pull through.
I'm gonna go with 40 cranberries.
That is a very close guess.
Really?
That is an 45. 45
wow!
cranberries.
Look at this guy.
45.
I'm gonna go with 40 cranberries was my guess on that, and then oranges and limes.
Remember, it's only
I'll
10
go with-
calories a can, so it's
Yeah,
80
yeah,
calories total here.
I'll go with 15 limes.
That's a lot of lime juice, my man.
All right,
We're looking at 1/3 of a lime.
A third of a lime for this whole case.
Third of a lime. Third of a lime.
Then I'm gonna go with 1 orange.
Half an orange. 1 orange.
Okay. Okay.
All right, here we go. I thought, based on the artwork, I should do this right. I should do this right.
Yeah. Nah. For listeners, he's pouring it into a martini glass because the artwork on the Spindrift can is in a martini glass. Okay.
Like a Cosmo.
It
Look
looks-
how dark this is. It
It's
looks like juice.
I don't know if it's darker because you got red light.
No, it
right
is.
now.
This is straight up just.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, okay. It looks like fruit
That is
punch.
just straight up juice. Like that just looks
Yeah.
like cranberry juice.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, got it. Taking a sip.
Oh, that's really good.
Whoa, really good.
Hold on. That cranberry is very mild.
Cranberry's mild.
Yeah,
it's
it's
got
orange.
40.
It's kind of orange forward, I would say.
Okay.
Lime on the back end, and there's
Okay.
there's cranberry throughout, but it's very mild, the cranberry
Okay.
flavor. This
All
is
right.
really good, and I could see I could just throw a shot of gin in here and be like ready to go.
Perfect.
Gin, vodka, whatever.
Yeah.
Wow, hold on. That's great. That's really good. Oh, here, now you can see the artwork. So there you go.
There it is. Beautiful.
That's
Beautiful
really
spinning.
good. Highly recommend.
Good.
This is a strong kit. Honestly, best new flavor I've had from them since the tropical one they did.
Mm.
The tropical punch, which is
Right.
also very, very good. I would say this is a contender for a top flavor. This assuming Therese likes it, will be entered into our regular rotation. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good
All
stuff.
right. Nice.
So I got something this week.
Oh boy. I don't know what that is.
Got myself an e-reader.
Oh, e-reader.
I got the one that Tom got.
Yep.
Dude, it's pretty sweet.
Mm.
Also, what I like about it, I got the Books color. What I like
The
about
what
it
color?
is that the Books.
What does that mean?
It's spelled like book. That's the name of the company. It's not Kindle. It runs Android. So I can run like the actual Libby app on it that's on your phones. I can run the Shonen Jump app. So I can read like the One Piece manga on it, which is pretty cool, dude. It looks pretty awesome. I have been reading a bit for the past few weeks.
Okay. For
Because,
the past few weeks you've been reading.
No, just a lot more. But every year, I tell you, every year I attempt the book a week, 4 books a month goal. I've never accomplished it. I think the most I've ever done is like 20 something in a year, which is still it's a lot. It's a lot of books in a year.
A lot of books.
The majority are always in the first 6 months because I always start really strong and then I taper out. But now without social media gone, I'm off. I'm not online. I deleted the apps. They're not. So I still have some apps on my iPad because Therese wants to send me things. And I'm like, that's fine. You can doom scroll. You work insane hours. I'm not going to hold this. You do what you need.
Not going to hold it against you.
But I don't have them. None of them are on my phone anymore. So like when if I'm sending you an Instagram video or something, I'm on my iPad, right? I'm playing Balatro.
Still playing Balatro.
Oh, dude, I think you need to revisit Balatro.
Revisit Balatro?
Yeah, I think you tapped out a little early.
What do you mean I
really
tapped out early? What are you talking about?
I didn't get too far into it.
I don't know if that's, is that
you
true?
gave up because you just kept losing.
Maybe.
That's what I recall. Now, there are two things that I recall about this, though, by the way. Number one was that fact. And number two was that you would have some frustrating issues with it because you were playing on the Switch and one of the buttons that they had set up, like the control scheme, made it very possible for you to make like an easy mistake. And you had made that mistake a couple times and you were like, it pissed me off. It just made me want to stop playing because you would like accidentally press the button and you would select something and that wasn't what. And I kept trying to tell you, just play with the touchscreen, take the controls off. And you're like, oh, I like the controls. This is how I'm used to playing it now. I suggest you go back to it on your Switch. You just take the controllers off, play with the touchscreen, or you can download it on your iPad. But you have it on your Switch, so you may as well. How much is
it on my iPad?
I think it's like $10 or something.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I have only there's two versions of 100%ing it. There's really 100%ing it, which is beating every deck on every stake, which is fucking crazy and very, very, very. I have not done that. I didn't do that on my Switch, but on the Switch, I did unlock every deck, and I did at least on one deck beat every stake, and I unlocked every Joker and which like unlocking the Jokers is like a really fun thing because there's like things you have to do it, like to unlock them, and then like as you get the new Jokers, that you then now have a lot of new strategies that you can do. It's great. It's such a good video game, infinitely replayable, and the touchscreen is like the best way to do it. So when I'm not reading the book, if I'm listening to audiobooks, I kind of go back and forth. You know, what I did the other day was I went out on the roof, I laid in my hammock, I had a nice little drink, and I put an audiobook in. I don't know what I do to set these reactions off in Zoom from time to time. I'll make like a hand gesture.
Yes.
And then
I think you went like this.
Well,
you went like, do this again.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
But I laid in the hammock for like 4 hours listening to an audiobook while playing Balatro. It's great.
Does it not work for me, the gestures?
No, man. I really don't know. It doesn't seem to. So I started a trilogy this is how we're going to learn whether or not Tom listens to this episode right now. You ready for this?
He's not going to listen to this.
I know, but this is the guarantee.
Because I use the guarantee he's not going to listen.
No, this is the guarantee.
Oh.
So I have read 5 books. Well, I'm on my 5th book right now for the month. I'm going to finish it before the month is over. But I read that Salt book. Is this why you were asking me
what I was reading?
Yeah, I'm building a new list. I actually found a great list of books from people that have appeared on Taskmaster, and I'm going to read like all of them probably, because they're probably great. But so I read that Salt book. I read a book on onions, which was not nearly as good as the Salt book because it includes a lot of recipes, which at first was fun because the recipes were interspersed with like the history of the onion, and like the history of the onion part of the book is great, but then they do spend too much time on
what is the history of the onion? It was planted, we domesticated it. It's different than it used to be.
No, the onion's been looked at and treated very differently culturally around the world for a long time. In fact, the onion.
What do you mean?
So the onion appears in one of the first ever recipes as well as one of the first ever medicines. Kind of the same thing at the time. I think it was like Pliny the Elder used the onion, Ptolemy used the onion. Like the onion's been around, but people didn't always like the onion. There were a lot of people that thought because of the bite or the harshness or the spice or the heat, it's been described by very different people for a very different period of time, how you describe what is the onion. People thought that was a bad thing. There were people that thought but then there were people that thought, no, this is a good thing. This is a medicinal thing. So it's just historically, depending on what culture came across the onion at the time and what they thought those attributes meant, because, we were living in the dark ages. We really didn't know fuck all until the last 150 years about most things, especially when it comes to like medicine. People thought very negatively of the onion at times, especially an uncooked onion was like they looked at
I
you
mean,
like a
I will
fucking
say
animal
that
if you ate an uncooked onion.
the amazing difference between a cooked onion and a raw onion.
Yeah.
Like you can eat like
Yeah.
a raw carrot, right? Tastes pretty good. Cooked
Yeah.
carrot, also not bad.
Very
Right?
different though. Very different
But not as
as
different
well.
as a raw
Well,
onion
because
and
it
a
doesn't have the
cooked
bite.
onion.
It doesn't have the bite.
Well, that's what I'm
The
saying.
zest is gone. Now there is a new onion that New Zealand supposedly they've modified an onion to have no bite. So
Oh,
you could
come
eat it
on.
raw and it just has the sweet, no bite.
Well, too
So
bad
you
we're
won't.
gonna have. Too bad it's gonna be tariffed out of the fucking existence, and we won't be
Now,
able to eat it.
so here's the thing, right? Like the Vidalia onions, right, which were grown in like primarily in Texas. That wasn't
Sure.
what happened.
What do you mean that's not what happened?
They were the Bermuda onion. And then we took
Okay.
them from Bermuda.
What book is
we
this?
planted them.
What book is this?
Hold on. We planted them in
Yeah.
Texas, right? And then
Okay.
guess what we did? Guess what we did?
What?
We put a
What did we do?
tariff on the Bermuda onions.
Uh,
And now almost
wait,
no one in Bermuda grows them anymore. And they import most of the onions that they eat. Whereas it was one of the biggest things that they were producing at the time. We completely fucked them out of their onion. There's a lot of great interesting.
you know what's
history
really
on the
annoying?
onion.
I'm gonna say this right now. I googled the history of the onion, and all of the results are about
The onion website.
yeah.
That's pretty
ridiculous.
good actually. Here,
Is
let me
it
give you the
called
name
the
of this
core
book.
of an onion?
Yes, the core of an onion.
The core of an onion, peeling the rarest common food.
It's good. It's not as good as Salt. It's a history of salt, but
An Eater
was good.
Best Food Book of 2023, a Smithsonian Best Food Book of 2023, from the New York Times bestselling author of Cod and Salt, a delectable look at the cultural, historical, and gastronomical layers of one of the world's most beloved culinary staples. Okay. How many pages? 240. I would expect less, actually, for this.
yeah.
Audiobook is, oh, okay, that's what. Oh, all right. Okay, all right.
Audiobook's weird because
The guy also wrote a book called Paper, Paging Through History.
oh, you know what? I'm gonna add that to the list. That sounds pretty good.
Swift, crisp, and deft. I might be. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to like I used to subscribe to the New Yorker, but like it just kept coming too often. And I didn't have time to read it. I want to like pick either that or like the Atlantic to read. Places that actually write well instead of just like.
Honestly, what you probably want is something like Defector Media and not like the Atlantic, or you probably
What's
want.
wrong with the Atlantic?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it, but my guess is basically every major news publication at this point is compromised
Hmm.
because they pretty much all are. I literally don't feel like I can speak for any of them at this point.
Defector Media subscription-based sports and culture blog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want like.
No, you just want to learn about sports. You don't want to know anything else, Alex. You want to put your head in the sand, just read about whether or not
true.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are going to get
Oh
married.
my God! Please give me a break. What
So
was
yeah,
the other
so
thing?
the onion was good. Well, wait. So then I've read three
Yeah,
other
okay.
books, and this is how I'm going to know whether
Oh,
or
I'm
not
sorry.
Tom
Okay.
listens to this, because first I read Annihilation, then I read Authority,
Yeah,
and now I'm on the third book, Acceptance. Dude, these are good books.
dude,
These
there's
are
no way he's listening to
really
this.
good books. They're really, really good books. This guy Jeff Vandermeer, never read any of his stuff before, but I am going to check out a lot of his other like writings. He has a lot of short stories that seem like kind of similar to these books, to the series that he has, and he also has a lot of like guides to creating fantasy and science fiction that look really kind of amazing and have a lot of great artwork in them. But this man knows how to describe, how to paint a picture with some of the best, like some incredible prose. I mean, there is. I haven't looked it up yet, and I don't think he is, but I wouldn't be shocked if like he studied biology, because the way he describes the natural world, it is so vivid, which is incredible because he's also describing things that are unnatural, but he's able to, I think, do the very difficult task of making something that's almost inconceivable. Did you ever see the movie Annihilation?
Maybe.
Natalie Portman, Oscar Isaac.
Natalie Portman. No.
They're in this almost like WandaVision-esque bubble, right? And there's like this and it's just weird. It's just there's a lot of weird things going on. There's a lot of strange evolutionary things, a lot of strange biological things, a lot of prismatic things with light, things that would be very hard to show well, let alone describe just with words. But this guy's so good at describing ordinary things that it I think aids the way that like the complex issue of doing the job that he's done with these books. Tom was right. They're very good. I see why he has continued on. That being said, like I've chewed through these over the last week. I started them a week ago and I'm on the third one. I'm in the middle of it. So probably I thought it would be funny today because Tom was like, oh, I'm going to be done with it by tomorrow. And there's 4 of them. So I'd be like, oh, I'm like 1 behind you. But by next week when he goes to talk about them, like I'll be having a great little conversation with Tom about all 4 because I am going to be done with it.
I have like fucking like 15 books that I'm like backlogged on. Like it's ridiculous.
You shouldn't buy them all up front like that.
I haven't been buying them all up front. This has been accumulating. No, this has just been like all these. Like if you can see,
no, that's what I'm saying. Why are you buying more books?
This is there's more because it's like making a list.
Well, what do you have? Is it all fiction or not? I mean, is it all nonfiction?
Yeah.
You got to throw some fiction in there.
Market. No. I wanted to read this. I wanted to read The Power Broker.
Yeah.
That's a fucking behemoth.
What do you mean no? You don't want fiction?
I do, but like whatever. All right, move on.
I gotta break it up. I can't do just nonfiction. I gotta like when I'm done with this.
Some of the nonfiction stuff like stories like a story.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like I've got some like heavy nonfiction stuff and like some really good nonfiction stuff I'm gonna read after this. But first, I'm finishing up some fiction because I just did Salt and Onions.
Hey, it's fine. I'm reading 1776 right now.
Yeah, you're reading the beginning at the end.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. That was pretty good when Tom said that.
That's what I'm doing. I'm reading the beginning and the end here, and yeah. What else I got over there? I don't know. I got other shit. Okay. Anyway, continuing.
So, video games. We played a little walkout mini golf. What's been going on this week? You haven't been available for tea time.
Well, my mom had the norovirus.
Ooh.
So, and my mother-in-law is in Florida. So, we needed to.
Are they snowbirds?
I needed to take, A little bit. I needed to take off Tuesday and today to watch The Child. And then the other day, I think I was just really busy. But yeah, tea time can happen again. Well, no, I got to pick her up from school again tomorrow.
What we should do then tonight, instead of Walkabout mini golf after the podcast, we should watch The Traitors.
Oh, okay. I'm down.
Because Teresa's away again.
Yeah, I'm down. Did you watch Deal or No Deal Island?
I did.
Oh, pretty good. Fucking ruthless.
I gotta tell you, man, this is the best season of Deal or No Deal.
Oh yeah, I mean it's season number 2, but it's still the best.
Like for our listeners, Deal or No Deal Island is the stupidest idea for a show that shouldn't exist.
It's so dumb, dude. It is so dumb, and like everything about the show like is so stupid. Like it's these stupid challenges to get money, to get cases, to see who's, and then like you play Deal or No Deal at the end, and then if you win, you stay. If you don't, you get to just choose anyone to just go home. Here's the thing,
like right? They play Deal or No Deal, and that part is kind of like sometimes the worst part of the episode. But that was the other night's episode of Deal or No Deal. That actual game was maybe the best game of Deal or No Deal I've ever watched get played. That was I couldn't believe how much fun I was having watching that game of Deal or No Deal get played. And I was sitting there like, I look like an asshole loving this.
Yeah, same. But like, I was having a good time. So
I was having a great time. I was having a great time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we played a little Walkabout mini golf. I started Armor Core 6.
Oh, right.
This is a game from FromSoft, makers of many difficult, hard games, and this is another difficult, hard game. Not as difficult, I would assume, as Elden Ring, but from what I understand, there are some bosses in it that are some real motherfuckers that might give you some of those guys a run for their money. Dude, this is a cool game. It's the first physical game I've bought for this generation, probably be the last, and just because they're still selling the digital full price, it's like $70. So it's like, yeah, no thanks. I'm gonna get the disc. It was $32. Like,
sure,
it's less than half the price, you know. You gonna play it?
I mean, you wanted me to play Alan Wake, so like
I do. So I either need you to play Armored Core or start.
Yeah, I know, but
Wake.
Elden Ring, the new Elden Ring is coming out next month.
Okay, so start Alan Wake. It's 20 hours, I think. You own the game.
Okay.
Are you going to commit to starting Alan Wake?
Yeah, I'll commit.
Have you ever used How Long to Read? It's How Long to...
Yes, you've told me.
I have?
Yeah. Because I think, don't they have a sister site that was like How Long to Beat It or something?
No, I said How Long to Read.
I know. But like, I think you also told me about
I don't think I did because I just found it the other day for the first time.
Oh, then maybe I'm confusing How Long to Beat It with How Long to Read.
So, okay. So Alan Wake 2, if you just play the main story, 19 hours. If you do like extras, 25.
Okay.
So 20-ish hours. You should start that. You should start it, play it.
All right.
And then you'll have the DLC between that.
But then I got Destiny. Then I got
into.
Destiny also to play.
What do you mean you have Destiny? You're not playing Destiny anymore.
Tom and I are playing Destiny still.
When?
On our free time.
When?
When free time becomes available.
Where's the invite? Where was my invite for Destiny?
Well, we didn't play.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're not playing Destiny.
Well, the idea is we will play Destiny.
Yeah.
With the new content coming out.
Yeah. You know, it's not like really new content, right?
It's Star Wars.
It's Star Wars?
It's Star Wars. If you don't know.
God. Look, it really tells you something when even Star Wars doesn't get me excited to play Destiny.
Oh yeah.
I'm the biggest Star Wars freak that you know.
I know you are. You really are. Yep.
And even I'm like,
I mean, when Palpatine made his triumphant return, you
what?
I don't know. I
posted somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that line in retrospect, you know, it says everything it needs to say.
Somehow.
It says everything it needs to say. It's like, it doesn't matter how. It's just, that's what it is. Nothing, no answer you get is going to be good. Right? You're not going to be happy with any explanation. And that's how I feel about life every day these days, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it's very interesting that like the people in charge were just like, yeah, no, let's go, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Fuck it. Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah. You want to get crazy? Let's get fucking crazy. That's basically what they said.
That's really when this country started to really turn.
Yep. It's not great. All right, let's talk about some news. We'll have more game stuff to talk about next week.
I got some headlines for you.
Oh, great.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's Kickboxer is getting a game from ex-Call of Duty devs. The Nicolas Cage starring Dracula flick Renfield is getting a 4K Steelbook edition soon.
Are you just on GameSpot.com?
And Dragon Age, the Veilguard, drops to just $25 at Amazon.
Great.
Your landlord can force mandatory ISP service on you, FCC's new chair says.
Did you read about this? That's pretty fucked up.
It is very fucked up. Well, the other fucked up thing is that they wanted to go after NPR and PBS. So,
yeah. Well, I mean,
what's funny is that they want to get rid of it for the obvious reasons, but the reason that he said in his letter was because they're illegally showing commercials. And by commercials, they mean the part where this is brought to you by, and then saying the entity that it's brought to you by. So,
sweet. Yep. Sweet.
No, we live in
in a terrible time. So I took a look at our fantasy draft, Tuna.
Okay. Congrats.
And there were there was a game on there. There's one game on there that I was completely unaware of.
Okay.
This isn't news though. I was going to bring this up earlier and I forgot. All right, well here's news. Here's a game that was announced. I'm going to show it to you. It looks so fucking cool, dude. Remember how like a week or two ago when we were doing the fantasy draft and I was like, what do you think the game that we don't know about is going to be? Like, you know, like there's like every year there's been some like crazy indie game that feels like it came out of nowhere. It's on no one's radar. And then boom, it just comes and it's like, oh, this is one of the best games that I've ever played. Right? It's been like almost every year. There's been one of these. I might have this year's right here.
All right, this is a lot of buildup.
It's called Locator.
Oh, I can't believe I cannot believe this.
What, you saw this earlier?
I can't believe this. I genuinely
because this was like just announced the other day.
I genuinely cannot believe this. So I listened to I watched a YouTube video made by Mark Brown. I think his name is Mark Brown, but it's the Game Maker's Toolkit.
Okay.
And sometimes he does like showcases for indie games that he thinks are going to be like really cool or just have like a unique idea or something like that. And I watched this YouTube video last night about this game, about how it's like GeoGuessr, but like the game.
It's GeoGuessr, the video game.
GeoGuessr, the video game. And I was going to send it to you, but then I was like, he's not going to watch a 9-minute YouTube video by this guy that he doesn't know. And I'm like, but I didn't send it, but I can't believe it. I can't believe.
I mean, this looks amazing, right?
It does. Yeah. It looks sweet.
Well, so what if I were to tell you, Alex, that this is going to be the game we're going to play in the post show? I downloaded the demo.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah. So this game looks really fucking cool. So first of all, I was reading the guy who created it brought up the fact that he was obsessed with Myst growing up. And so the game is like a puzzle island a la Myst. Where you'll be playing GeoGuessr in this like fictional world. I mean, it's not gonna, like those super GeoGuessr people are probably gonna be freaks at this, but maybe not. Maybe not because it's not gonna just be straight up GeoGuessr. But dude, this video game looks pretty amazing. I'm very excited about Locator. GTA 6 and GTA Online could be sold separately.
Oh yeah, what was that about?
Well, the rumor's been for a while that GTA 6 was going to be $100. Now, what if it's Alex? What if it's $180? What if it's $160? What if it's $80 a pop?
That's crazy, man.
What if it's the online game and then the campaign is the tack on? What if the campaign comes out and then the online comes out? Like which foot goes forward first is the real question.
Wow.
Apparently, they're targeting a solid 30 frames per second for consoles, but the PS5 Pro could be hitting up to 60, which is, I mean, that's what I had said all along was like, I'll get a PS5 Pro if it can run GTA at a higher frame rate. So it seems like I probably will be. Although by then, because of the tariffs, PS5 Pro will probably be like $3,000. So I'll just be playing it at 30 frames a second.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean that sounds right. That sounds right. Of course, they're going to push this thing to run like at 30 frames a second because they're going to want it to do as much as it can, right? They're going to want it to look as good as it can. They're going to want it to have as many things on screen at the same time, have as much like physics. So yeah, I never thought that this game was going to be targeting anything above 30 for consoles unless there was a Pro. So that totally makes sense. It sucks that they might sell them separately because then we could be looking at a very, very, very expensive video game.
But they know everyone's going to buy it.
That's why we would be looking at a very, very, very expensive video game. You know?
Yeah.
So there was another game, Alex.
Yeah.
That Tom drafted a video game, and I was like, "What is that?" During the fantasy draft, didn't pay attention to it.
Okay.
Didn't know what it was. This isn't necessarily part of news, but have you seen this? The Blueprints.
No.
So it's Blueprints, like blueprints.
Yeah, I got it. Blueprints, like the Prince and the Pauper.
No,
but
like blueprints, like schematics.
Yeah, schematic. I got it. But it's spelled Prince like King and Queen.
Because you're in a sort of princely mansion, a castle, if you will.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's a puzzle game. It's a first-person puzzle game where, as you like get blueprints and schematics, like I believe the building will change and shift. Navigate through shifting corridors, ever-changing chambers, and the genre-defying strategy puzzle. So, like, as you're going through the house and discovering more about it, the schematics and things will change. Like, this looks... Again, another incredible puzzle game coming this year. I mean, come on. I don't know how Tom knew about that one. He snuck that in
the
on the fantasy draft. Well, is he? Again, Tom's not here. Yeah. Otherwise, from what I can tell, no other major news. Switch 2, rumors, nothing that seems substantial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly February 1st, supposedly in February, there's going to be one last reveal for a Switch game, but it's like for Switch, not for Switch 2.
Oh, okay.
Rumors are Fire Emblem, it seems like.
Oh.
But
okay.
Yeah. Not anything that we're necessarily going
to
care about.
No.
So, okay. Well, I feel like we just have one more thing to do, Alex.
Okay, let's do it.
We have Tom last minute called out here, and so things. It was just play the outro audio. That was the last thing I had to do. I was watching Taskmaster New Zealand. Pretty great. Pretty great.
Okay. Right.
I mean, the Taskmaster and his assistant, take them and leave them. They're fine.
Okay.
Like, you just have to go into it and be like, they're never going to be Alex and Greg.
No.
They do a good job, but but some of the tasks are really fucking good.
Okay. Wait, is the outro playing right now?
Yeah. Stay on
Hear it. Oh, suck it.